Thanks, Coach. Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up. Wanting to get a good get off on the snap. Jump too quickly.
57. Mike, 57.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 57 Mike. Mike 57. Ricky.
On 2nd and 9. Jackson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Mike's 57's Mike. Let's go one more.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. They'll throw on first down to Jackson. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Hey, check over. Mike 57. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Jackson looking to throw on third. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done.
Check 26, check 26.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. On the ground, this is Hill. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Blue 80. Mike 44. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and 11.
Ready? Back, back. Watch the run, watch the run.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 28.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll start the drive with Hill. Shifts by him. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And nothing but green grass here. Middle of the field. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tanked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there. Totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Third and long for Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Kill. Wait.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Finds a man with a crossing route. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Hill, and an Allen to run. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Run. What's right? 57's the mic. 57's the mic. What's the run? Turn up.
They go play action now. Jackson. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Right.
Meanwhile, over in Houston, and the early going, it's the Texans out in front. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Mike 57. Yeah.
On third down, Jackson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. A nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. There they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Get ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you got two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
For the first play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Winston. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. They'll end up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Winston from the gun on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
After the interception, here's Jackson. They complete it to Hill. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down.
Second and 4 at the 18-yard line.
Switch it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Good for a Jacksonville. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Watch the ball. Watch the pass. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark.
Play action. Now Jackson. Being chased out left. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Tyree Jackson with his second touchdown there in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Well, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's Winston. He sets to fire deep. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
Come on, set. 15 on it. 15 on it. It's just me and you. Play long. Yes. No.
Here's Jackson. He finds P-Line out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be... to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
First and 10.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Go. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
Touchdown, Jaguars! In for the score. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just give it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. He finds an opening past the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
Ready? Flag! What do you got? Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike 52. 3, let's set a tone, fellas.
Winston to throw it this time. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Jameis to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds. To go here in the first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Jackson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston gives it to Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half.
All day, baby, all day.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 34 yards there and a first down. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, didn't he? He thinks he's as good as the guy who's the starter. Wanted to prove it, and boy, did he on that play.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This is Gordon. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. It's hit. Complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On the carry, it's Hill. Only able to get two here. Stopped at the 30.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson. And he's got room. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 to the 15. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first.
First down, Jack, at the 15-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Out top. It's out of ball.
Able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. They'll try to run for on first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you give yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Bring it. Bring it.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running on first down at And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check the backer. Check the backer. Shoot.
A toss play. Gordon trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. And it's complete. Henry. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
They tried well on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
They go play action. Winston. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. Winston. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Cut.
Play fake. Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To the air again with Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will get him one closer. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They go play action here on 1st down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Ochena Nwosu in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Jackson on 3rd and long. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. That's taken on the 25. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check. I'm going to come back to you.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Ready? Flag! What is that? Night, sweetheart. Where we go?
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
4th down.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on fourth down? They'll go for it.
Not here. 44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check. Come on. Let's go.
Now Winston on fourth down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Johnson was the intended receiver. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Jacksonville, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.